Today, we're going to explore a subject thoroughly. I know many of you are attempting to figure out how to lose fat while maintaining your gains. Let's be genuine. Everyone hates the idea of losing weight only to seem smaller. Our goal is to have the slender, toned figure of a Greek goddess or deity. Therefore, I'm going to explain the top 10 errors that individuals do while trying to lose fat, which may be hindering their ability to grow muscle. You should remain here so you can avoid making these typical mistakes. I say we do this. All right, gentlemen, let's get things off with error number 1, and that's ignoring strength training. Too many individuals make this mistake, particularly when they are in a rush to lose weight. The temptation to substantially reduce calorie intake and ramp up cardiovascular exercise is real when you're attempting to shed excess fat. Cardio might seem like the fastest approach to burning calories, and although it does have its role, it's not the complete story. But believe me, it's a recipe for disaster. Over-relying on cardio may lead to a lot of issues that you absolutely want to avoid. You see, when you cut calories without also increasing your power, your body begins to use muscle tissue as fuel in addition to fat. This not only makes you weaker, but also decreases your entire body composition. This is the antithesis of what we desire. We wish to preserve as much muscle as possible when reducing weight. Losing muscle slows down your metabolism, which makes it much tougher to shed fat in the long term. A slowed metabolism means you burn less calories at rest, making it easy to gain weight back. Plus, let's be honest, who wants to be thin fat? This is when you seem slim, yet have a greater body fat percentage and lack muscular tone. That's when you're slim, yet have little muscular definition. It's not the appearance most of us are going for. We're looking for that toned, sculpted appearance, and that includes hanging on to as much muscle as possible. Strength not only looks fantastic, but it helps you remain strong and healthy. So how can you prevent this mistake? It's all about balance and making sure you're including the correct sort of workouts into your program. It's simple. Prioritize strength training. This doesn't mean you have to become a bodybuilder, but you should be lifting weights consistently. Make sure you're hitting the weights at least 2 to 3 times a week, concentrating on complex motions that work for numerous muscle groups at once. Exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses are wonderful for improving general strength and muscle. Remember, PALS exercising weights is your secret weapon to torching fat and shaping your ideal shape. Don't disregard it. Embrace the weights and you'll see the results in no time. Stay strong and keep moving on. Let's go on to error number 2, which is not consuming enough protein. Now, you've undoubtedly heard me speak about the necessity of protein before, and for good reason. Protein is incredibly vital when it comes to shedding weight and preserving muscular mass. Why? Because protein helps you feel satisfied for longer, which may avoid overeating and those bothersome cravings. But here's the kicker: protein is also important for creating and repairing muscular tissue. When you're strength training, you're really causing small micro rips in your muscles, and guess what? Helps mend those tears and make your muscles stronger. You got it? Protein. So if you're not consuming enough protein, your body will struggle to recover from your workouts, and you won't see the muscular gain you're working so hard for. All right, let's speak about error number 3, overdoing the cardio. This is a frequent problem that many fitness enthusiasts fall into, particularly when they're anxious to eliminate those excess pounds fast. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for getting your heart rate up and breaking a sweat. Cardio activities may be tremendously energizing and are crucial for keeping a healthy heart. Cardio is wonderful for your cardiovascular health and may undoubtedly aid with weight reduction. It may also enhance your endurance and general fitness levels, making everyday tasks simpler and more pleasurable. But here's the issue: too much exercise, particularly when mixed with a calorie deficit, may actually start burning away at your hard-earned muscle. This is something that might be rather unhelpful if your objective is to grow a powerful muscular physique. Remember, your body requires a specific number of calories to maintain muscle mass. Without adequate calories, your body could not have the required fuel to support muscle development and repair, and when you're continually in that acute calorie deficit and performing heaps of exercise, your body can start burning down muscle for fuel. This may lead to a loss in muscle mass, which in turn can slow down your metabolism. So what's the solution? It's all about striking the appropriate balance. You don't have to totally remove exercise from your program, but you do need to be selective about it. Aim for 2 to 3 days of low-intensity cardio each week. This might include exercises like brisk walking, mild running, or casual cycling, and don't be hesitant to emphasize strength training on the other days. Strength training is necessary for gaining and maintaining muscular mass, which is needed for a healthy metabolism. Remember, increasing muscle is crucial to improving your metabolism and obtaining that slim-toned appearance we're striving for. So be sure to find a balance between cardio and strength training to achieve the greatest outcomes. Chapter 4, Error number 4, Not getting enough sleep. Are you undermining your gains? Moving on to error number 4, and this one's a doozy. Not getting enough sleep. I know life gets hectic and sometimes sleep is the first thing to go. We frequently assume we can get by with just a few hours here and there, but the fact is our bodies require constant, quality sleep to perform at their best. But believe me, skimping on sleep is one of the worst things you can do for your fitness objectives, particularly when you're attempting to reduce weight and gain muscle. Lack of sleep doesn't only make you feel exhausted, it has a dramatic influence on your physical performance and general health. Here's why. Sleep is when your body repairs and rebuilds muscular tissue. During deep sleep, your body enters into a restorative mode, mending the wear and tear from your exercises. It's also when your body produces vital hormones like growth hormone, which is crucial for muscular development. Then fat loss. These hormones play a critical role in how successfully your body can build muscle and burn fat when you don't get enough sleep. You're essentially tossing all of it out the window. Your exercises become less effective and your development slows. Your body isn't able to recuperate correctly and your hormone levels are all out of whack. This imbalance may lead to a number of concerns, from feeling perpetually weary to suffering with weight control. This may lead to reduced muscular mass, increased fat accumulation, and even an increased chance of injury over time. These impacts may drastically derail your fitness plan, so make sure you're getting that 7 to 8 hours of great sleep every night. Prioritize your relaxation just as much as you prioritize your exercises and diet. Your body will appreciate you and you'll experience greater results in the gym. Chapter 5, Error number 5, Micronutrients important. Don't simply concentrate on macros. All right, let's speak about error number 5, which is neglecting micronutrients. Now, when it comes to fat reduction and muscle building, we frequently hear a lot about macronutrients. Protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and although those are undoubtedly necessary, it's critical not to forget the function of micronutrients, which include vitamins and minerals. You know, micronutrients play a key part in various biological activities, including metabolism, hormone synthesis, and even muscle regeneration. When you're low in particular vitamins and minerals, it may actually hamper your body's capacity to shed fat and develop muscle properly. For example, vitamin D insufficiency has been related to reduced muscular strength and increased fat accumulation. So how can you make sure you're receiving adequate micronutrients? Chapter 6, Error number 6. Not monitoring your progress is a prescription for catastrophe. Moving on to error number 6. And that's not measuring your progress. Listen, if you're serious about meeting your fitness objectives, you need to know what's working and what's not, and the only way to do so is by keeping track of your progress. This involves documenting things like your weight, body fat, percentage measures, and even your exercises. When you monitor your progress, you can observe how your body is reacting to your food and exercise program. This enables you to make tweaks along the road and guarantee you're on the correct route. For example, if you're continually not seeing any improvements in your weight or body fat percent, it could be time to review your calorie intake or your training program. Why? Let's speak about error number 7, which is leaning too much on supplements. Now, I'm not arguing that all vitamins are terrible. In reality, certain supplements might be useful in filling up nutritional deficiencies and supporting your fitness objectives. But here's the issue: supplements should never be a replacement for a balanced diet and lifestyle. Too frequently, individuals fall into the trap of believing that they can simply swallow a lot of drugs and immediately get their ideal body without putting in the effort. But the reality is, supplements are just that. Supplements, they're supposed to complement a balanced diet and exercise program, not replace it. So before you run out and spend a lot on the newest and best supplements, make sure you're focused on the essentials, eating a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, controlling stress, and of course training hard. All right, let's move on to error number 8, and that's not keeping hydrated. You guys know I'm all about that water. Seriously, being hydrated is so essential for general health, but it's particularly critical while you're attempting to shed weight and develop muscle. Why? Because water plays a key part in various body activities, including nutrition delivery, waste disposal, and even temperature control. When you're dehydrated, your body can't perform at its optimum. This may lead to lower energy levels, impaired muscle repair, and even increased fat accumulation. So how much water should you be drinking? A decent rule of thumb is to strive for half of your body weight in ounces of water every day. Let's speak about error number 9, and that's straining too much. Now, I realize this is easier said than done, but controlling stress is vital for both your emotional and physical health, particularly when it comes to fat reduction and muscle building. You see, when you're persistently stressed, your body creates a hormone called cortisol. And although cortisol is vital for human survival, persistently increased cortisol levels may wreak havoc on your health. One of the ways cortisol achieves this is by boosting fat accumulation, particularly around the abdomen region. Not only that, but cortisol may also tear down muscle tissue, which is the reverse of what we desire. So how do you handle stress? And lastly, let's speak about error number 10, which is not having a strategy. Listen, if you're serious about accomplishing your fitness objectives, you need to have a strategy. This involves having a fitness plan, a diet plan, and even a strategy for managing stress and getting adequate sleep. When you have a plan, you're a lot more likely to remain consistent and achieve progress. So how can you design a plan that works for you? First, create reasonable objectives. Don't attempt to accomplish too much too quickly. Next, design an exercise routine and stick to it. And last, make sure you're eating a balanced diet that supports your fitness objectives. So there you have it, guys, the top 10 faults that might be holding you back from obtaining that shredded body while preserving those hard-earned muscles. Remember, information is power, and now that you know what to avoid, you're one step closer to conquering your fitness objectives. Just remember to be patient, stay consistent, and most importantly, enjoy the trip. As usual, keep happy and well. I'll catch you in the next one.